So back in the day, I had a 1995 Ford Mustang. I ended up doing a complete overhaul in the car, 351 Windsor, 5-speed, 14 gears. I painted it myself. It came out pretty good. I'll see if I can insert a picture of it here. I ended up selling that car 10 years ago, and I've regretted it ever since. So for the past year, I've been kind of wanting to pick up another project. That particular car at that time, it was just a roller when I bought it. I didn't want to do that again because that just tracking down parts and starting from scratch is not something that I really wanted to do again. So I knew that I wanted whatever car I ended up with for this project, I wanted it to at least be complete. So the search began. I started looking on Marketplace, local ads, even just driving around, seeing if I could find something that I wanted. I knew some things. So I knew I wanted it to be a Ford. I wanted it to be V8 powered and rear wheel drive. That was pretty much what I was looking for. So that opened up anything from 2-wheel drive Ford trucks to Marauders, Mustangs, Capris, Crown Vics. Out of all those options, I decided that a Mustang is what I wanted to do again. Now, my last Mustang was a 1995 SM95 car. I didn't want to do another one of those. So it was either going to be a foxbody or a New Edge or 99 through 04 Mustang. And I looked around and I knew what my budget was, which wasn't very much. And I knew what I wanted. Like I said, V8, rear wheel drive, and I wanted it to all be there. So no rollers, no project cars that people abandoned, no cars that say, I have all the parts for it, it's just not put together. I didn't want any of that. I just needed it to be complete. And my other goal was, I didn't want to pay any more than $2,000 for it. So that narrowed my choices down quite a bit. So I knew that whatever I ended up with was going to need some work, if I ended up with anything. And for a while there, honestly, I didn't think that I was going to end up with anything. The internet is saturated with foxbody Mustangs and New Edge Mustangs, but nothing really affordable. It's been a long time since I was in the market, and I remember when $3,500 would get you a pristine foxbody, and it really wasn't that long ago. Now, no. If you want a pristine foxbody, be prepared to shell out anywhere from 10 to 20 grand for a pristine, low mileage Mustang, foxbody Mustang. So I searched and searched and searched. A lot of people didn't respond, surprisingly enough. Even if you just tell them, have cash, we'll come now to pick up. No response. And finally, I got a guy to respond to me. And I ended up picking up a 1989 Ford Mustang GT. So this is it. This is my 1989 Ford Mustang GT. It has an obscene amount of miles on it. It has definitely seen some better days, but it's all here. And that's really all I cared about. I wanted a complete car, running car, to start with for once. So it's just easier to start with a whole car than trying to do something or find parts, random parts, interior parts, trim parts. I've been there and it's just not fun for me. So I wanted something that I could start with that was whole. And I found it, and I found it for under the price that I originally set out to find it for. The guy that sold it to me, one day he may see this video. I don't know why he sold it to me for so cheap. He could have easily got more money for it, even though it's not in great shape, as you can see. But you know, it's all here, and it's, to me, or for me, that was pretty hard to find. Now I can tell you that the guy that I bought it from has an original pristine fox body, and maybe he saw this one, he's just like, nah, no, that's way too much work, and he's just like ready to get rid of it. So I lucked out. It is V8 powered. I'll pull the camera in here in a little bit, show you guys the engine compartment. It's got a 302, a couple aftermarket things done to it. It runs like absolute dog crap. It's got a bunch of bad gas in it. It is an automatic car. Automatic transmission. Well, it's seen better days. We'll just say that. It moves, so I wouldn't say it drives, but it moves. So getting it on and off the trailer is precarious, I guess, because it does move, but it doesn't want to stop moving. Brakes are not working. So let's get you in the engine compartment here. Let me turn this light on and kind of show you guys around, see what we have going here. Instead of moving my camera, which I have to tell you, it's annoying. I'm just going to film this on my phone and see if I've got the skill to edit this in post. So, engine compartment. So this is, like I said, a 302 V8. Aftermarket valve covers that are in horrible condition. I actually really like these valve covers. I'm going to keep those and recondition them. Trick flow intake, which is worth half of what I paid for the car. At Amazon cold air intake, air filter, just bolted right to the mass airflow sensor. Other than that, nothing really has been done in here. One thing I looked at, Mustangs are known for fender aprons getting all jacked up when they're in accidents. These are straight, albeit they are in horrible shape when it comes to paint. I don't know what they were thinking there. I don't know what the tape marks are for. I'll find out later on. This engine compartment is a complete mess, and wiring harness and crap everywhere. Nothing in its original position, but that's fine. It's all here, and I can work with that. So one thing that fox bodies are known for are the horrible shape of the, I had to get my flashlight, horrible shape of the shock towers. And this one is of no exception. They are awful. So, current shape of the shock towers. Let's take a look. See, the upper, fine, nothing to worry about there. Frame rails, lower frame rails, a little bulgy right there, some rust. You don't need a light right on it, but you can see. Not the greatest shape, not the worst shape, and that's the driver's side. Passenger side, we have to look past this sweet air intake here. And you may be able to see horrible shape. Holes, flaps of metal, terrible. This is, oh, that's a real good shot of it. Look at that. Yeah, that all needs cut out. So that's going to be fun. Now the frame in the back is okay, and then once it gets to about here, it's better. But this section right here, it's just not there anymore. So that's going to be fun. So first order of business, obviously, is going to be to fix the shock towers because they are awful. Which means I got to pull the motor out. Don't care. That's perfectly fine with me. I can do that. I can do it all day. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. So I'm going to pull the motor out and repair those shock towers. The core support. Let me show you guys the core support, which means I got to get down on the ground. It is something else. Now you see this V shape? That's not supposed to be like that. And all of this rust, that's not supposed to be there either. Now, I don't know if they decided to go off-roading in this thing or just hit every single parking lot block they could find, but that's just not gonna work. So I'll be cutting the bottom of that core support out and replacing it with a new one. So, I mean, that's not a lot, right? That's not it. There is a spot of rust, which I will show you eventually, I promise, in front of on the driver's side, where they always rust. It's about a 4-inch square of rust. No holes in the floor, but it's bad enough to where it needs cut out and replaced. So I'm not gonna replace the whole floor pan, probably just do a little section and take care of that. The trunk, it's all the way against the wall. I'm not opening the trunk. I'll show you guys eventually. Actually, it's fine. Actually, perfectly fine. There's a little bit of surface rust in the trunk, but no holes. It looks great back there, to be honest with you. The underside has some surface rust on it, but honestly, some wire wheel action and some primer, and it'll be good. No reason to really mess with that. So, moving on. The interior. Let me show you guys the interior. Hopefully you can see it because all my lights are used for everything else. To illuminate my jet black skin. I should probably cut that out. I think I'll leave it in. So this is the interior. It's dirty, but it's all here. Dash isn't cracked. Headliner isn't hanging down. All of the trim pieces are in there. Seats, they're probably full of farts. They need cleaned. It's fine. I don't know what that stain is. Don't want to know. It's got a little tear. This is the only tear in the interior. And not only can I live with that, I'll probably try to fix it. It's neat that the original interior is still in here. The whole dash is there. There is a cover that goes there. Don't have that. And then some kind of trim ring. Don't care about that. It's getting converted to a 5-speed anyway. So I really don't care. Power windows work. Barely. Barely. They're gonna have to be completely rebuilt. So that is just a quick look. All the trim, all the exterior trim is there. Now this, why that's hanging out, we'll save that surprise for another day. Rust spot there. There's probably a hole behind that panel. We'll find that out. There's a hole in the back bumper on the other side. Don't know where that came from. But all the glass is here. There's some actual glass chunks in the trunk. So I'm assuming that the actual hatch that came with the car probably broke a window. I didn't see any frame damage in the back, like it got rear-ended or something. I didn't see where any quarters were replaced or anything like that, so I don't think it was a collision. Somebody just probably broke the glass somehow. The windshield, not a crack, no wiper scratches. It looks like somebody had a Mustang decal on here at some point. But other than that, it's actually surprisingly well. In good shape. Dirty, but you know, it can be cleaned. Obviously, not the factory hood. Don't know what happened there. Like I said, it hasn't been in any crazy collisions, and if it did, it hasn't. There's no way, because this all looks original and nothing's been up. So, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe the hood rusted through. I don't know why it has a different hood on it. This one's actually in really good shape. I'm going to probably sell that because I would just want to put a little cowl hood on it. Not a big cowl, but just a little cowl hood on it. So what are my plans for this car? Well, kind of underwhelming actually. I don't plan on doing anything super crazy with it. No mini tubs, you know, no, I don't really want to cut it up. It seems like that was a problem I was actually coming across a lot online, was all the Mustangs I found that were semi-affordable, well, somebody's already started cutting them up. So I'm not doing that. So obviously I'm fixing the shock tower issue. I'm just going to do both sides and knock it out. Rebuild the motor. Obviously, I'm probably going to go with a different head, but maybe a factory head, like a GT40P head or something along those lines. A little better camshaft. I'm going to leave the trick flow intake that's on it because it's actually a really good intake. Other than like the repair work under the hood, that's pretty much it under the hood. I'm not going to leave it a 5 or an automatic. It's definitely going to be turned into a 5-speed. And then maybe some gears in the back. And then, you know, obviously fix the interior up and paint and body. I am going to go with some aftermarket wheels. I think 18 by 10s on the back of these, just perfect. I've actually already got the wheels coming. I will show those in a later video. And then the horrible, horrible Euro taillights that are in the back, those are going to go. I haven't decided if I'm going to sell them online or just destroy them. I feel like I will be doing the world a disservice passing those on to somebody so that they may live on. I think it may be better if I just take a hammer to them, destroy them, and, you know, rid them from this planet. Same thing with these headlight covers. I can't stand these headlight covers. The only thing they do is mask the horrible headlights that are behind it. So yeah, other than that, you know, it's going to be a super clean. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. It's other than that, it's going to be a super clean toy. Just a nice car that I can take out. Something that's reliable. Something that is mildly fast, like I said, but you know, I just want a real nice cruiser. So who knows what the future may bring, though. You know, I'm not gonna lie, a Coyote would be pretty dope in this thing, but maybe for some other time. But we'll get there when we get there. This is going to be a long project, like I said. I don't know how long it's going to go, and this channel is going to be centered solely around this project. Like I said, my last car, I didn't document a thing, and I plan on documenting everything with this one. So if you guys want to hang out with me, it's going to be a lot of long format videos, not going to lie. Half hour plus, every single one. And it may just be time lapses. It may be me explaining what I'm doing as I go along. Sometimes I may just turn the camera on and get to working on it, and you guys are gonna have to see me from a distance, not talking at all. I mean, that may happen. It just depends on, you know, what I'm doing and how I wanna go about doing it. So I think it's gonna be a cool car when it's all said and done. I don't know when that'll be. I'm not in a rush. Hope you guys aren't in a rush too. So I appreciate you for stopping by. If you don't mind, brand new channel, it would be so kind of you to hit that subscribe button. I don't even know about the notification thing. Just hit the subscribe button. That's just subscribe. It's free. Just subscribe. It's not hard. You just have to hit a button and you do me a solid. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the like button. I mean, you just gotta hit a button. That's all you gotta do. Other than that, thanks for stopping.